call the December 10th, 2025 Columbia Borough Architectural Review Board meeting to order. We all please stand for the flag, followed by a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
John, we gotta do roll call.
Yeah, will you please call the roll?
Yep. Chairperson Lutz.
Here.
Vice Chairperson Peter Kay.
Here.
Member Barley. Member Brand.
Here.
Member Ramsey Carrigan.
Here.
Member Mountain.
Here.
Having established a quorum, I will consider a motion to approve the October 8th, 2025 minutes of the Harb Board.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Peter makes a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Nathan seconds. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Given that the property owner is not quite here yet, we will skip down to number 5, presentation of administrative approvals. Do you want to go over those quickly, please?
We had a application and permit approved for 456 Chestnut Street to replace the roof shingle for shingle replacement in kind, and 503 Chestnut Street replaced rotted wood on a porch with in kind and made it look the same as it was prior.
Thank you. As the applicant for 240 Walnut Street isn't here yet, I'll entertain a motion to go at ease until the applicant arrives.
Motion to go at ease.
I have a motion, second.
Second.
Peter seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Stand at ease. Go ahead, unmute. I'll call us back to order. Meeting's called back to order. You want to go over the COA for us quickly, please?
We have Daniel Falcone here to represent 240 Walnut Street, looking to replace the headers above the window, the rotted wood, and looking to replace with something not in
Do you want to come to the podium, please, sir, and talk to us about your project?
Matt, do you have the pictures that I emailed? Thank you.
First state your name, sir.
Daniel Falcone.
You're the property owner?
Yes, I own 240 Walnut Street here in Columbia.
Does every window on the frontage of this building have deterioration?
I'm gonna say yes, and it's really bad. Like I really like what's there now, and I think it would be great if I could, replicate that. But I've been doing construction for 2 years, and I wouldn't even know where to start to find that. So I stand in front of the building, I look around at the neighbors that have similar properties, and I saw some people already have, put rectangular whatever lump wood in and then capped it. I don't think that looks better than this, but I don't know what my options are here. So I had spoken with Matt about, I really want to get this wood repaired, because some of it was they use like spray foam. It's really bad. You can poke your finger through almost any of those window headers there, and the sills are really bad. When I bought the building 15 years ago, I'm not sure how long it's been a little. I did have all the woodwork painted. It was probably in bad shape back then when the people I hired to paint it painted it, but it's only gotten worse. Again, I know it's frowned upon to change the character of a property, and I don't want to go that route. I just don't know what else to do with these windows, because I wouldn't even know where to begin to find something that would complement the historical. Yeah.
I might have is to contact the Historic Preservation Trust of Lancaster County. I believe they might be able to direct you to somebody that might be able to help you.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable just saying, take them off without having more information. At least
Sure.
with some more research or pricing, I understand if it's going to cost $10,000 a window.
Right.
Understood. But I know just me personally, I'd like to see some other options, or, what could happen. How can you replace these and replicate these? Because it's a trust, not our ordinance, the Preservation Trust has said they really would like to see something replicated. The review standards that we follow says we should have something that replicates it.
And I'd like to reiterate, and again, I'm not trying to be argumentative or anything, but if you go to this to this block in particular and just look around, I was surprised myself at how many properties have done what I spoke with Matt about doing, myself. I don't think it's the better look, so that's not what I'm arguing here, but literally I would say probably half the houses on this block have already gone this route. So I just kind of figured maybe they've been here before, excuse me, sorry. And these options have been explored, and that's why they ended up doing it. Now, I don't know any of this for a fact, but I know if you look across the street, there's a few houses. I want to say if we're looking at this building, the one immediately to the right, they have green capping on the windows. So half the block has already done this. And I'm not here to say that's what I want to do. I just want you guys to at least
Sure.
keep that in mind too.
No, and the thing is, most of that work was probably done before the borough created a historic district
Oh, okay.
ordinance. And one of the reasons why the historic district ordinance was to stop that from continuing.
Got it. Okay.
Because we don't want to lose those old features.
Sure.
Um,
Okay.
And I understand, your conundrum, we'll say, because it's going to be extremely difficult for you to find somebody that's going to replicate that.
At a reasonable.
At a reason.
Yeah.
There's people here in Lancaster County that can do that.
Mhm.
And as our colleague here said, the Historic Preservation Trust can point you in that direction.
Okay.
I mean, I no idea what pricing would be for something like that. And sometimes it might be cost prohibitive, but other times it might not be so bad.
Have you ever looked into other types of materials to replicate that look?
Oh, I'd be open. I mean, it can withstand weather better than, or the elements better than wood, you know. So, but I would assume that someone would have to take one of those, well, the best one that's there off, create a mold, and then, if that was going to be done. So I don't even know what something like that, like where to start, or what it would cost. But again, I love, I was in Lancaster in front of the Historical Society, whatever, last week, and I had to wait over an hour. That's why I didn't think if I got a few minutes late. But anyway, they only want wood
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah. Yeah, ideally, the standards call for in-kind,
Yeah.
same materials, but there are occasions where that's just not practical or what have you. I know, and it's in the packet here, that 3D printing has been accepted in some, because you can 3D print something like that, and that's been accepted by some municipalities. And you could put that into like a CAD program, have it printed out, and then paint it, and you wouldn't even know.
Sure.
And I don't know what the cost of something like that would be, but it'd probably be considerably cheaper than wood. Because to
I'd be
carve
open
that
to-
would be.
I'd be open to all of that. I think, again, I wood, the idea of it is great, but I have properties I've owned for over 20 years. And I love this new stuff that's coming out now, the Trex and all that, the composite material, because it can withstand the elements,
Sure.
I'm not out there every 5 or 7 years scraping and painting and on ladders. And the older I get, the less I like climbing up ladders, so.
For sure.
Now, you mentioned the sills on the bottom are deteriorated too.
They're in bad shape, but just, rectangular. So I
They
don't
should
think that
be
would,
replaced with wood, but they
Yeah.
can't be capped.
and that's fine. That's fine. I could, pick a better wood, and there are good paints now that last a lot longer. But yeah, all the sills are like, they're in really bad shape, and I really want to fix it up because it's, it's a property I plan to keep for a long time. So
It's beautiful property.
It really is.
yeah,
And you're planning to replace the windows themselves? or-
those are vinyl windows. So
They're okay.
I bought this. It was a foreclosure when I bought it years ago. So the building, I've been fixing a little on the inside, but the outside really needs a lot of attention right now. And I now I want to get started on that.
It's a multi-unit, right?
It's a 3-unit. Yeah, there's an apartment on each floor. Yeah. And I mean, the back is just as bad. So I don't even know. But the back, I don't think it has the fancy stuff in the back.
Well, and for our concern, we're not worried about the back. We only worry
Yeah.
about what faces the street.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So you can do essentially what you want with the back.
Okay.
You have to get a permit.
Sure.
Yeah, within
We're on record. He
within
said-
the law.
We're on record. He said I can do whatever.
You still got to talk to him.
So I don't know that, and personally, I don't think I'm comfortable just saying those can come off 100%
Sure.
without seeing a little detail about what's proposed. I mean, I think there's room for some compromise, whether it's a more synthetic material that is very close in nature to what's there, or, potentially sticking with wood, but maybe it's not exactly the detail that's there, but very close in overall proportions and form. If that, if you came with a drawing of a scaled drawing, elevation view of something proposed.
Like if
whether
a
it's-
carpenter could create something similar, you're
Yeah.
saying, like it doesn't have to be exact, but
I mean, I
similar with some curves and all that. And there is a carpenter I used once to repair a railing, and I could talk to him, and I could start there at least.
Would you be opposed for him having a cast made of it, where they actually took one off, made a mold and casted the top?
So I would not, so to do like a concrete cast.
You could do a
of it,
concrete
yeah.
cast, and you can also do it with a synthetic plastic that you could do.
Yeah, no,
Where
that
they
would be,
would basically make a mold
Yeah.
and then make a new template.
yeah.
I would love to put the original thing back, you know, like I think that building would look great if I could do that. I just gotta be, you know, I gotta find someone that can do what you guys are proposing here. Yeah,
This
Yeah.
is the name and number of a retired carpenter that specializes in old homes,
okay,
and he may know somebody to help you.
okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you can come back here with some ideas of you know, of some other options,
Okay,
I think we can probably work with something.
all right, well, I'll work on that and,
Should we table this matter, make a motion to table until he, at such time that he can return to a meeting to present additional
Yeah.
information for the
Yeah.
project? I will make that
Let's do
motion then.
Okay. So I have a motion to table pending further information and review by the applicant. Do I have a second?
Second.
We'll say Peter seconds.
That's fine.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
okay, thank you, everyone.
That's all we need.
Thanks, Dana.
He's super nice and specializes in old houses,
Okay. sounds
so
good.
he'll probably have a friend.
And if, Matt, if anything comes up, if you guys hear of somebody or something like that, I'd love to get this started like in the spring.
Yeah.
Get this
We
started.
appreciate your willingness to want to try to replicate what's there.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, you know, next time you drive by Walnut Street, like the other stuff, it doesn't look good. And I wasn't thrilled about doing that to
Sure,
this
yeah.
building. I just want to fix it before it gets worse. So
Well, you know, if you do the right thing,
Yeah.
maybe that will,
motivate others to,
Oh, yeah. It's a
Exactly.
beautiful.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Daniel.
See you.
It's
No
okay.
problem.
No worries.
No problem. Let's jump down to public comment. Seeing none, hearing none, we'll jump down to 7, other business. Is there any other business before the board? Seeing none, hearing none. Next meeting of the Columbia Borough Historic Architectural Review Board is scheduled for January 14th, 2026. I believe we are going to move the time of those meetings from 7 till 6:30 PM.
That's okay with everybody?
Seeing no further business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.